Right, it is time for our weekly chat with this man, Paul Merson. I'll tell you what, let's see him in the flesh. Come over to the Sky Pad, because Merce is here with his predictions. And look, as if by magic, here he is. Very good morning to you. Let's get to the first fixture. It's Manchester United against Watford at Old Trafford. What are you gone for?
I've gone for Man United to win this. I think they had a great result last week. I think they were waiting for that to happen. And I've gone for them to win this game quite easily. I mean, Watford had a great couple of games, but I think Man United are rolling. And as I said last week, they put Leicester to the sword, and I think they'll do it with Watford. OK, next to a former club of yours, Middlesbrough. They're against Everton. Aita Karanka's side have not won a league game since before Christmas. He publicly stated he was unhappy with their January business. What have you gone for? Are you worried about what's going on at the Riverside? Yeah, I am a bit. I've gone for Everton to win this game. I think Middlesbrough are in a situation now where, as you said, they can't win a football match, and they've probably got to go and chase this game and win these games at home to teams like Everton. And I just think it plays into Everton's hands. I think Everton are a good football team. They've got their bit between their teeth now, and they're looking to chase down the top six. So, for me, it's a difficult game for Middlesbrough, and I've got to go with Everton, and Lukaku's banging form.
It's about scoring goals for Borough, isn't it?
Yeah.
And is there a danger that the likes of Borough, perhaps even Bournemouth, can get sucked into this at the bottom?
Very much so, very much so. I mean, Middlesbrough are in it, you know, there's no doubt about that, but I think the fans really want two up front, Rob, and you know, a lot of the time they play one. I think sooner or later he's got to take a gamble, play two up front and try and score goals. Because at the back, for me, I think they've got good centre-halves. I mean, I think Gibson's a big fan of his. I think they've got good defenders, but they're a little bit too negative for me, and draws won't get you out of trouble in the Premier League. No.
One team who's really in it, Crystal Palace. They go to Stoke, who are now beginning perhaps to find some form, need to turn their results into wins, don't they? But what about Sam Allardyce? In huge trouble. Can he turn this around this weekend?
Well, I've gone for Stoke to win this, but they're probably more comfortable playing away, Palace. But you know, I very rarely go against Stoke at home. I think they've got some good footballers and they're a decent team. Palace probably will be more comfortable playing away, but I think when Sam took this job, I didn't think, in my wildest dreams, he wouldn't have thought that it was going to be as bad as this. You know, I thought he took on a good job here, you know, good players.
Why is it as bad as this?
We look at the players, we just look at the players, and you look at the players they got, but it's got to go deeper than that. I mean, there's ways of losing football matches, and last week they capitulated, and I mean, that was against bottom of the league. You know, that weren't like Chelsea going there and ripping them apart. You hold your hands up, but that was worrying, and if you're not winning your home games, it's usually the other way round. You win your own games, you can't win away from home, and you rely on your home record. They've got to rely on their away record, and I wouldn't want to be doing that. And I really severely think, I didn't think I'd say this, but I think Palace are in big trouble.
Talking last weekend, bottom club Sunderland now face Southampton after that 4-0 win over Palace. Was that proof that they can get out of this for yet another season?
Yeah, I mean, I always think you can get out of it when you've got Jermaine Defoe. You've got the best goal scorer in the bottom half of the table by a distance. So you're always... I've gone for them to win. I worry for Southampton a bit now. They're in a cup final, so that's in 2 weeks' time. For me, then players will look and think, well, there's a lot of teams below us. You know, I don't want to be getting injured before 2 weeks' time. You know, that's a cup final they're in. I mean, Southampton don't get in cup finals every other season. So, for me, they'll have one eye on that. And I think if Sunderland can start quickly here and have a right go, I think Southampton might down tools.
OK, what about West Ham against West Brom? 4 goals in the last 4 for Andy Carroll. What have you gone for, and does the striker get enough credit?
I've gone for a draw here. I don't think there's a lot between. I'm very impressed with West Brom. I think Tony Pulis has done a phenomenal job and got a good team together. I wouldn't like to play against Andy Carroll, you know, and that's the biggest compliment you can give is, you as a centre-half, you don't want to play against him, and I don't think he does. But he's the same as every other, you know, like your Bentekis and people like you. West Ham play to his strengths. They get the ball in the box. You know, even the other week, last week at Southampton, he scored with his foot. It was a great run and a good finish. But play to his strengths, he's going to cause havoc. But I think West Brom have got the players to look after him, in my opinion. They've got a good defensive team. So, a draw.
Draw there. Finally, to the Championship, second place Brighton take on Burton, and they're without a win in 2. Mini crisis or back to form at the weekend?
I've gone back to form. I think Burton have done great. I mean, they've pulled themselves out the bottom 3. But as you say, Brighton, big goal last week. You know, people will go, oh, Brentford 3-0 away, 97th minute. you know, I've played in this league, points mount up, don't get beat, and then if they can win this game, they'll be near the way they will go top of the league before Newcastle play at Wolves. So, big game for Brighton, but I just think they'll have a little bit too much, and everybody has a blip in this league. Everybody. I mean, it's impossible not to. So, they need to get back winning, and I think this is a nice game for them.
Excellent. Don't forget, you have to be over 18 to play. Entries must be in by 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Full terms and conditions available online.